Dude, I've had such a poxy day, right? I'll tell you what happened, right? I'll come clean. I've got a young lady friend, right, who's having trouble. She was married, I don't mind, she was married and she was having trouble with her husband, right? And I comforted her. I gave her the wonderful warm arm of comfort, right? That's always my excuse. No, it's a warm arm of comfort, right? But what happened is some of her husband's family found out and her mother-in-law phoned me up. Her mother-in-law phoned me up and she was going, "I know you've been knocking around with my son's wife, you and all this." I'll tell you what, you got the Queen on your telephone, right? You're in serious trouble. Seriously, because she goes on and on and on. Millsy, Millsy. And I'm going, "Don't call me Millsy. Only my friends call me Millsy, Your Royal Highness." So I'm doing that. Curtsying like I didn't need to because I was on the phone, but I'm still bowing like an idiot. Well, not bowing like an idiot, bowing like a pretty cool guy, really, but you know what I mean. I've got to tell you this, I've discovered the most fantastic thing I can do with the magic microwave. You know, it's the most fantastic machine in the whole world, right? Well, apart from the Concorde and the TARDIS. But look at this I can do, right? Take this beautiful picture there. Look at that. Now, that's... Yeah, you think Louise from Eternal's sexy, right? That's the sexiest woman in British broadcasting. Fantastic woman. The thinking man's crumpet, as old Joan was described at. Right, you put that in there, right? And you take with it a picture of this lady here, and I use the term lady very loosely. There she is there. Her Royal Highness. Whoa, that's an old photo. Right, you get that. You put that in there, right? And then you program it 2221 666453. Start. Bing! There you go. Look at that. Beautiful, fresh, tasty to eat. A lovely Bakewell tart. Look at that. Fantastic. Isn't that absolutely fantastic? What have I got in my cupboard? What's in the cupboard? Oh, yeah, look at this. Look, this is beautiful. If people come round my house, right, and say they want to have a shower, wash their hair, always give them that. Look at that. Original Linko Beer shampoo. Beautiful shampoo. And I give them that, and it brings their hair up, makes it shine. Very good for anything from dry right through to greasy hair. It's lovely. If Welsh people come, right, I'll just give them that. They don't know the difference. All right, they all still go, "Oh, there's this soap. Soap." They're amazed enough by the fact that I've got a machine where water comes out of the sky. Oh, that's fantastic, that lake. Brilliant. And, oh, the other thing, I've had to buy this especially because I'm having a bit of a dinner party on Sunday, and not just normal people are coming, but the likes of Cilla Black is coming, Bob Monkhouse is coming, Brucey was there. There's a word, right, I shouldn't say this, but there's a word that Arnold Blair might even turn up. So obviously I've had to buy this for them, just... this is celebrity meatloaf, just for them. Only they'll be allowed to eat that, none of the common people will. Oh, yeah, this book's come out, and I was... The Long Walk to Freedom. And it's the autobiography of a gentleman you might have heard of, Mr. Nelson Mandela. One of the great leaders of our time, and I'd forgotten all about it. I genuinely had forgotten that I'd ever met him. But in fact, he's very kindly printed a picture of it in the book of the wonderful time when we met. He came to visit me. I remember when I was a small child. When I was living in the orphanage. Welling up, ladies and gentlemen. It was a wonderful moment that was. Oh, here's a photo one of my celebrity friends sent me. A photographer gave it to him, and he said, "Oh, I've sent you a copy." That's Tom Cruise there. And that's me and Tom when we were getting it on, doing a bit of knife fighting over in New York. That's lovely. That's fantastic. And this fantastic product, which I've not only do I buy it, I've actually bought up the rights to the company. I'm going to market it as well. It's fantastic. Can you see this? It's Raid. It's ant bait. But what a fantastic thing. It kills ants for 3 months. After 12 weeks, they just get up again and go back on their way. Fantastic. Temporary ant killer. Marvellous stuff. Now, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll hang around a half hour or so, and then I've got to shoot off because the lads from Shed 7 are waiting outside in a car. I ordered a big limo, and then it turns out there's only 4 of them anyway, so it's a stupid name for the band. Normally at this time of night, obviously, I'd be out and about. Well, I've done, right? I've dropped a bit of a bollock, really, because I took advantage of the council's scheme where you can buy your own council flat. If you've lived there for a few years, you can buy your own council flat. So I bought mine, right? I got it really cheap. It's only £27,000. But obviously now I'm responsible for repairs myself. There's a little bit of work I've got to do on it, obviously. Just a little bit of making good, really, a little bit of pointing, you know. But I'll manage it eventually, but... I had an estimate off my mate Billy, right? He does things cheap, cash, no VAT. He reckons we could whack it out for... Well, he said it'd be about £3.5 million. I'll knock him down there. I'll get a little bit off that, but it'll be lovely when it's finished. They sell toys and that, which is all kids care about. Kids don't care how many roofs they've got, do they? There's millions, says Jeffrey, all under one roof. We don't give a toss how many roofs you got. As long as you got a load of Woody dolls and action men. It's a fantastic programme that I made, right? You know I make television, but you're fully aware of that, aren't you? That when I'm not here talking to you or out with the Spice Girls, I am making professional quality television programmes. This is one that I meant when I went out with the police, right? And we've spotted a dodgy driver.
Yeah, so I had been trying to tell you I'd leave it with him because we just stopped one with running around here with no lights on. I'll be with you then shortly.
Your vehicle stopped, Romeo 3. I've just been following you, sir, and you've been all over the road. Have you had anything to drink tonight?
You given a breath test before?
No, never.
What's happened now, we stopped him. He's obviously drunk, right? How much would you have to drink to make your face go like that? He's had a couple of beers, I suspect, right? And what we're going to do is but he's a bit of a genius, he's a bit of a clever man, and he's sussed something out, right, that maybe he can sober up in a couple of minutes if he can just keep the officers talking for just a minute or so.
Come on, I'll give you a breath test.
Well, I refuse to take it.
Well, if you refuse to take it, you get arrested anyway.
Right, well, OK, I can't do that then. All right, plan B.
Can you explain to me exactly how this thing works?
Right. An officer, don't rush it at all. In your own time, just explain to me, and I want to know right back from, in 1962, a man invented a machine. But obviously that don't work either.
How it works, all you need to concern yourself with is that you blow through the white tube in one continuous breath until I tell you to stop, all right? OK? Can you do that?
That's right, yeah.
OK? In your own time. Hard. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. OK, that'll do. Right, the light has turned immediately to red, which means you provided a positive breath test.
What does that mean?
It means I'm...
What does that mean? Because I'm new to this game.
now arresting you for providing a positive breath test, and I'll be taking you to Chelmsford Police Station.
Right, you've been arrested. You're taken to Chelmsford Police Station, and he then, as you have to, the police explains to him the procedure that he'll go through there. Basically, when that happens, you nick. That's all there is to it.
Well, you'll be given the opportunity to provide 2 samples of breath onto a substantive breath test machine. OK?
What's the other alternative?
There is...
What's the other alternative? Well, you could just bung us a fiver. I suppose. What's the other alternative? We could just let you get back in your car and drive home, you big dope. Other alternative. There's another programme I made. I'm very proud of this. And I do wish, and in fact, I have to say, I've put a word in with the authorities, the people that matter. Why? Why do I do that? The people who run television don't live on my roof, right? But you know what I mean, the people upstairs, to bring this programme back. There was a time, in a more, I like to think, a more enlightened age, when television wasn't afraid of the concept of beautiful ladies. And we used to have beauty competitions, right? And I know they're frowned upon now, I'm fully aware of that, and Miss World's been relegated to the ghettos of, you know, Sky Television. But we used to have, there used to be a competition called Miss TV Times, right? And what they did was all the regions, that's Tyne Tees, Central, Granada, LWT, Thames, they would put forward their own champions. I remember Borders was always a bit of a winner. And your name's Morag and you're a shepherdess from, oh yes, from Grimsby. But I made the programme of Granada's, so this is the regional finals, the Granada regional finals of Miss TV Times. It's hosted by one of the great lost talents of British television, Mr. Peter Wheeler.
Peter Wheeler!
And before you start, no, he doesn't look anything like that. Shut your stupid mouth. All right?
Thank you very much, indeed, Mr. Chairman. Bernard Manning, can you bring on the girls, please?
Certainly, Peter. Number 1 from Lowton near Warrington, Miss Pauline Davis.
Somebody whistle, then. Exactly, and that's why I think these things should make a comeback. Pauline, who you're going to see, who's not just a walking closer, but a fantastic woman, a brave woman, a woman who's reached the heights of international modelling, even though it's quite clear that she's got a particularly dodgy eye.
Pauline, lovely to meet you.
Good evening.
Let me first of all establish that you are, in fact, a fashion and photographic model, aren't you?
That's correct, yes.
Is that a very difficult line of country to get into?
No, it's your line of country, Peter. It's just a job. The Pennines is a line of country.
That's quite difficult, yes. It's taken me about 2 years now to get the right contacts, you know. But, I'm doing quite well.
You have been found guilty. You shall be taken from this court to a place of detention at Her Majesty's pleasure. From thence you will be hung by the neck until dead. May the Lord have mercy on your soul.
Man, what's the other alternative? Hi, welcome now to Hollywood Corner. Da, 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 da. This is just the bit where I keep all my things that my famous friends have sent me. This is particular night. I don't know if you're aware of the Italian opera singer, I think he's a tenor, Mr. Luciano Pavarotti. He bought me that. That's a beautiful little souvenir of our weekend together in Venice. Beautiful there. And that's actually Luciano there at the back, round the gondola, which is why there is a slight tilt there. That's very nice. Thank you. Thank you, Luciano, or as his friends call him, Lucy. That's lovely. Oh, this is very well. I like this. It's a key ring. Lovely little key ring sent to me by the fantastic record-breaking, prize-winning and award-winning author Barbara Cartland. She sent me a little key ring there. That's very nice. I don't know if you can see that there. Talk dirty. She don't get out much, but she's a bit of a lass. Because I do prefer, actually, I'd say, a more mature woman now, like Barbara. Because I'll tell you what, I had an unfortunate incident quite recently with a young lady who I was seeing, until I discovered that she was at college, right? She was at college and she was studying law, economics, business studies and statistics. And I just thought, well, she's obviously a lesbian. No, just come on. Oh, what a it's just look. It's, as far as I'm concerned, carpentry, woodwork, law, economics, statistics, business studies, guy things really are. And I think a woman doing them is just I just think it's wrong. Sorry. Anyway, listen. I'm going to go back to this programme that I was talking about earlier, the Miss TV Times Granada region. Bernard, I think about to introduce another contestant.
Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, number 2 from Mughal in Lancashire, Patricia Duncan.
This is Patricia Duncan from Mughal in Lancashire, right? All I ask you on this is watch Peter's eyes.
Patricia, lovely to meet you. Do you prefer Patricia or Pat?
Pat.
Now, Pat, I understand...
There you go. He kept it together for about 8 seconds. You prefer Patricia or Pat? Because I know what I prefer. Let's see the next one.
Number 3, ladies and gentlemen, from Goulburn, Jackie Harrison.
Oh, one thing I should warn you about Jackie Harrison, because I met Jackie when I was filming it. I'd met her before, and I knew her for a little while afterwards. Nice girl, great body, lovely personality, complete and utter mental case.
Jackie, how do you do?
Pleased to meet you.
Now, you're in sales promotion, aren't you?
Yes, it's a fabulous job.
No names and no pack drill, but what sort of things do you promote?
Well, various companies hire me out and we work all over the place and it's super. Sometimes you go, well, not quite so far abroad, but you work for different tourist boards.
Wigan and places like that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's a super place.
Well, if you were to go right through and eventually win the Miss TV Times title, you would have £1,000 to spend. Jackie, how would you spend that?
Now, some of the girls hadn't thought this through properly, all right? Jackie had thought it through absolutely.
I'd buy a horse box and, I don't know.
Plenty of other things, too.
Probably a small field.
What What are you going to do with your £1,000 horse box in a small field? Hello. And what are you going to keep in the horse box? Who's coming up next? Who's coming up next? Let's have a look.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, number 4 from Eccles, Mary McVeigh.
Whistled then. She looks like Sarah Mars and she drinks her own urine. Apparently.
How do you do, Mary? Lovely to meet you.
Thank you.
You are a civil servant, aren't you?
Yes.
You don't look like my idea of a civil servant, but...
Oh, shut up, Peter! Come on! Just let the people exist as human beings.
Perhaps I'm wrong.
Yes,
What
you are.
What do you do?
I work in an employment exchange.